Hey guys, sorry that I've been absent lately. Like, a lot of stuff has happened so far. Anyway, what to. And also, yes, I am going to redo my Aquaman the anime. I'm only going to redo one of my videos because I think I lost the recording of it. Now I can't find it. Anyway, today's video Ben 10, Ben 10 Ultimate Hero. So, and what do I mean? What and also this is once again I should elaborate before I do it. I forgot to say that this is actually a part of my show pitch series. So yeah, that's today's episode of my show pitch series. I wasn't really in the mood to record, but I needed to 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 anyway. Ben 10 Ben 10,000 Ultimate Hero. Now this show will feature Prime Ben 10, as in Ben Prime, as in Ben Prime. Now, in case you aren't aware of this title, this show is going to be highly based on Ben 10,000 and all the adventures that he will go up on. Now, you might be thinking, not fun. Isn't there a series like that? That or not fun? That's so predictable. You're probably typing into the comments saying that, but I know. But I don't know. No, there's no series about Ben 10,000 anywhere. So I will make this video. Anyway, Ben, the first episode will be set in the Plumber HQ, that we saw back in Ben 10 Omniverse. And also, side note, I would have the first season of Omniverse with the Alien Force trio before Kevin Gwen go away. Okay, now back onto this video because that's an entire separate video. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And which I will probably do tomorrow or the day after that. I don't know. Anyway, look, everyone we know is busy waiting. Is busy waiting for Ben to show up. Rook is saying, since the events of Omniverse, the final episode, Rook and Ben somehow from those events, Rook and Ben fell out. Rook and Ben have fallen out. And then he said, Mr. Bauman even showed up there. That Ron kid. You know what? I'm forgiving Ben 10. And then things that everyone shows up, but Rook is worried that Ben will not show up anymore. Because he's more an alien hero now. Before your very eyes. But then he said, but then another an elevator then all the way to where that and they thought, Ben? Please be Ben. Ben 10,000 at your service, Ben said. Rook, and yes, some of them are fired by 5YL, and that the character design will be either fired by 5YL or what given on the show. Anyway, yes, it will be Yuri Lowenthal to play the version of Ben. Kevin and Gwen are all shocked to see Ben. Wait. Okay, side note. Yes. Yes. Ben has the completed Omniverse like he did in Ben 10. Like he did in Ben 10 Omniverse. But I would change it a little to have him to have the pros to have just like in the prototype recalibrate. I told And anyway, wait. Ben said I have over 10,000 transformations. What? Rook said what? You have that's a lot of aliens. Are you going to transform into any of them? No, not now. Mr. Bellman even says, Ben, I'm sorry. But you do make an awesome TV show, said Mr. Bellman, referring to the fact that in that universe, there's a Ben 10,000, there's a Ben 10 show, which is the reboot in our universe. The reboot is actually in the in classic Ben 10, actually just a TV show. And also, I hated Buddy Adventures, Ben, said Grandpa Matt, who was also there. I hated Buddy Adventure, even though it only lasted one season. Well, the reboot is going to. Well, Ben 10 is going for. Let me look up how many seasons the reboot has and be right back. Okay, after doing some Googling, right now it's on its third season, and sadly the show not going to last much longer. Have you seen it, Ben? Yes, I have. I like how they use my alien names and use the dial. But Ben talk. I would also have Ben talk like Kevin Conroy did at Batman and Batman, the animated series, which I'm also a big fan of. I would have Ben talk about it and say, "This, I can't believe it. That they made a show about me. Why? Wait, Vilgas are not protagonists? As they moved to another room in the plumber to show Ben what the TV show was like. Ben was outraged. He wanted to turn into Ditto or something. He wanted to turn into, and also he wanted to turn into. He wanted to turn into Shellhead. He wanted into into Snake Pit or Shellhead. But he didn't. And also, by the way, the first episode is actually a two-part. How Ben 10,000 begins, part 1 and part 2. And Ben doesn't. It the show. Anyway, Ben doesn't become. He doesn't want to become an alien. I mean, Ben. Rook even asked him why. When and Tevin asked him, "Why haven't you gone hero yet, Ben?" Ben, even though you have the master control, Gwen asked. Well, and also Ben is about 35 in this series. Well, I haven't. I haven't needed to go alien. Yeah. Emphasis on that. Anyway, Ben says, I don't need to right now. I can't. Don't you want to, said Ben. Don't you want to, said Gwen. I would, but I don't want to, said Ben. Besides, there's no reason for me to go here. So, we see Ben. There's a lot of stuff that happens, and then in the second episode, and yes, this season will be about as long as a Ben 10. Can I just say 26 episodes per 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 25 seasons per 25 seasons of Ben 10 of the show. There's about 25 seasons of the because if Ben 10 Omniverse only lasted, you're probably thinking, not Palm, why don't you give it an on number of like, I don't know, 10 or 11? But I can think of, because Ben 10, because of just how Ben 10 Omniverse was handled with 8 seasons, I thought, okay, in fact, 22 of this show was ordered. So Ben, so so after the 2 episodes, Ben, and also in part 2, once again, Ben had no reason to become hero, but then, Professor Paradox didn't like the TV show. Gwen and Kevin were showing the TV show to everyone, one that they didn't like. And Gwen said, we want to. And then Professor Paradox showed up out of nowhere. Then, good. What Earth is this? He walked. I'm saying, this is our show. Professor Paradox was going. Oh, in case you're wondering why Professor Paradox was there, why Professor Paradox was there, why Professor Paradox was there, he meant to tell Ben about a universe coming disaster, but when he teleported into the plumber HQ, he saw Kevin. Gwen. Oh, hi, Professor Paradox. And then he said, what on earth is this? Here, see? Okay. I've never seen TV. As Professor Paradox then sat down and said, is this supposed to be Ben 10? You know, I could go back in time and prevent this awful TV show. And I will. Professor Paradox said that, oh yeah, I have a warning for Ben. Ben! 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 Yes, Professor Paradox? So, there's a universe. And Ben said, you know what? Time for Alien-esque. I can. Ben became immediately, and then the show became. There was a big fight scene with Ben using a lot of new aliens. Like Ben constantly changing between the aliens, and say, "Whoa, that wore me out." "Whoa, that completely wore me out," said Ben. "Indeed it did, Ben." Ben said, Professor Paradox. "But you did a good job." How can you call a Ben completely wiped out? That's another reason I didn't want to go hero. Oh, just smacking the dial on the omnipus. And also Mr. Brown said, also I'm gonna have one before Ben win, before Ben goes off on his own adventure. Here, here, Mr. Brownman, please take some people. You know what? Time for the Alien Force Trio to come back. I still have the jacket. As, as the Alien Force Trio plus plus Rook were at it, Ben said it's hero time. And we end the episode. Now most of the show is the same plot over. Like there's a universe and disaster in every episode. Ben turns into a new alien, but then they have a story arc. The show has a big story arc. Ben has a big story arc. Ben has a big story arc. In the first season, there was a big story arc revolving around Mouse. human again. Then. And then in the second season, there's a big story arc revolving around malware. And in the third season, there's a big story. Basically, the show is full of story arcs. From beginning to end, there's a bunch of story arcs that Ben has to face with the Alien Force trio by his side, with the Alien Force trio go, and he says, "Hero time," but he doesn't even say it's hero. Well, Rook, Ben, and Gwen all have the same stuff. Well, but Ben uses and Ben. Well, this is the main reason I don't think a Ben 10 show is in the works. Which would be too hard for Ben to switch the right alien will keep in the same stuff. Like it's so hard for me to think of plots. Like every season has an overarching story that just spans the season. And then the last episode will start the story arc that will span the next season and so on and so. I can't think of Ben 10,000 level threat. Like maybe all of his, yeah, the Kyber the Huntsman season three, season three was very much Kyber the Huntsman, Kyber the Huntsman. So, and in season four, it was Vilgath focus. So after those, Vilgath and Kyber kind of team up together in season 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Then along with Eon, they team up. And then the rest of the show is defined into three bad guys. After that, Vilgath, Kyber, and Eon. But then after all that, when the final called The Last Adventure of Ben 10, called The Last Adventure of Ben 10, if the final adventure of Ben has Ben 10,000. Not the thing broken. Have and then in the final, just to say goodbye, Ben says, Ben leaves again. The final episode opens up once again in the Plumber Bay. Ben said, "They've been fun." What are you now doing, Ben? Who knows? Don't find me, however. This has been fun. Maybe we can do it again sometime. And also, yes, in season 7, they got married to Kylie. Like, yes, in season 7, they got married to Kylie. Like, Rook, at the end of the show, when after they sent Kyber, Vilgath, and Eon to the No Void for permanent, for at least 10 to 20 years, Ben said, "Well, this has been fun." Ben, ben said, "We are time to give up the omnipresence and live in life." Ben said that as he put down the omnipresence. Don't find me. Don't. You know what, guys? And then Ben told us that back in before the events of even season 1 of the show, Ben was told by a doctor to stop being an alien hero. So, because all the alien DNA is messing up his DNA. And he said, and these are that were no more Ben 10,000. No more Ben 10 anything. Ben 10,000. So where are you going to live? Somewhere nice. If Ben puts away the omnipresence in a special vault in the plumber, he said, "Grandpa, it's alright, Masson's dead." And also in season 8, episode 10, Grandpa Math sadly died of old age. Sadly died of old age. Grandpa Vincent, are you ever going to put on the omniverse again? Maybe one day. Until then, it's Ben10. Ben literally puts away the omniverse in a similar vault to what Ben found in all those decades ago back when he was 10. He said, yeah, after that, and also, yes, I'm going to try to make an intro for all these shows now. Now, this is the part where we'll talk about the show's intro. So, and then talk more about the show. The intro will kind of be there's an ultimate there's an now now it's so hard to think about a Ben 10 show, let alone the intro, Anyway, should it be? You know what? It combines all the best Ben 10. It combines a lot of star with bigger powers that he has. I can't really think, and also my brain is starting to turn off, guys. So let me just think. Hey, okay. How about it started and ended with an alien device? And also, I will remake that Ben 10 video I did make. I didn't know where the file was, so yeah, I'm gonna remake how Omniverse ends. Yeah, tomorrow. Anyway, wait. The Ben 10,000 Hero will start. Ultimate Hero will start with kind of with Ben. Then all the with 10,000 aliens upon his wrist. He no longer has secret. That is, he no longer. He still has every shape and size. He's Ben 10. So if you see you see a 4 big surprise, well, he will he will he will so he so if you see him be before big surprise, he will once again turn into an alien before you. Yes, I'm ambitious. So if there's a galactic level threat, if there's a galactic level threat, he'll fix it. If there's a multiverse level threat, Ben will do it. Is there anything that Ben can't do? But and basically the intro is I can't think of it. So guys, so after it starts, so it kind of like the Omniverse intro. Anyway, the show had basically the most epic Ben 10 intro there is to accompany the idea that this is Ben 10,000 thing. So anyway, back to the series finale of the show where Ben unfortunately gives up the omniverse. As it says, I'm leaving, I'm going to live a normal life, he says. But then in the credits, we see Ben, another Ben, an older, like a 1 year older Ben 10, and you know what? I did want a year break. I did want a break for about 1 year, 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 year. Time to slap on the old omniverse anymore. Time to slap on the old omniverse, because the world needs Ben 10,000. And and I need Ben 10,000 Ben. As we put on the army first it once again recalibrated, but instead I have all assets and I have master control. Time to go, time to go think blind kicks. But so the show ends with Ben going off on another venture. Going with Rook, only Rook by his side. Only with Rook by his side. And that's how the series ends. Until tomorrow with that other, with the Ben 10, with the Ben 10 ending. Until then, I'm not fun, and maybe the day after that, depending on when the video comes out. Until then, I'm not fun. See you.